Are you ready to unlock the power of your mind to grow your business? In this episode, manifestation expert Helia Oghani, reveals the top techniques every entrepreneur needs to achieve business success. From visualization to scripting, you'll discover actionable methods to overcome limiting beliefs, attract opportunities, and turn your goals into reality. Tune in and learn how to align your mindset with your business aspirations and take your entrepreneurial journey to the next level.
Welcome to the Lead Machine Growth Show, where you will discover how to tackle your tech, master your message, and design your dream. Paul Guyon, the mastermind behind the Lead Machine, introduces you to trailblazers who inspire you to implement life-changing solutions and systems you can model to nurture your leads and get your offers seen by your ideal clients who will invest in themselves and you. Be sure you visit our website at www.leadmachinegrowthshow.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now, tune in and get ready to transform your vision into reality.
Welcome to the Lead Machine Growth Show. I'm Paul Guyon, your host, best-selling author and lead machine coach and founder of the Lead Machine Marketing Group and Mastermind. And I'm dedicated to helping you tackle your tech, master your message, and design your dream life. Whether you're just starting out or taking your business to the next level, let's get this conversation started. Helia Oghani is a licensed coach trained by the world-renowned personal development and mindset expert, Bob Proctor, who also wrote the foreword to the book, my best-selling book. And she specializes in manifestation, among many other things. Her mission is to empower individuals worldwide to manifest their dreams, whether that means achieving financial success, securing ideal jobs, or creating fulfilling relationships. She works with clients online, exploring the profound principles of the mind and universal laws, including transformative law of attraction, to help them turn their aspirations into reality. She has years of experience coaching individuals across diverse backgrounds. She has transformed lives by helping people clarify their goals, overcome limiting beliefs, and unlock their full potential. Her holistic and practical approach blends mindset coaching with actionable strategies, which I'm hoping we're going to hear about today, that deliver real, measurable results. So welcome, Helia, to the show. I appreciate you coming. I hope we're both recording.
Hi, Paul. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I first heard about, my first experience with personal development was way back when I was trying to make it in sales, and I was listening to Sandler and Shackley. Shackley was like an Avon product kind of thing, supplements and goods like that. And I was exposed to the Sandler selling system and a bunch of just motivational content. And I stumbled on Wallace Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich. That was really my first experience with manifestation. So how did you get started with manifestation, and what was the spark that said, aha, I understand this and I can help people with it?
Such a good question. And I love that book. And my mentor, Bob Proctor, I think it was his first, the first door to manifestation mindset for him was also the same book, The Science of Getting Rich. It's a small book, but it's so valuable. And Bob said it was just the first time he got familiar with this whole world of mindset and manifestation. For me, I think I've always been curious. I've always been interested about the mind. I remember when I was a teenager, I heard somewhere that we only use less than 8% or less than 10% of our mind. And I was like, wow, what is this mind that we are doing so amazing in this world, using only less than 10% of it? Imagine if we could use like 20% of it. And I was really always curious in personal development, mindset, becoming a better version of myself. And I always read books in those areas. And then in my early 20s, I stumbled upon Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks YouTube
Mhm.
channel. She's a channeler. She channels this entity called Abraham. And I really loved his teachings about the law of attraction and staying high vibration, and don't wait for things happen so then you can feel happy. Start changing your vibration first, and then the things will change. I got
Mhm.
really fascinated with this idea because I never heard anyone talk about anything like that before. That was for a few years. I was really consumed with her teachings on YouTube, but that was all just like kind of fun. I never thought, never imagined that would become my profession, like teaching people about mindset and manifestation. Then fast forward, I moved from Iran, Persia to Europe, lived in Europe for a few years, moved to Canada 13 years ago, and I started my real estate business here. And I was really having a hard time in real estate and sales. And I got a few different coaches in real estate, and it did not help much. It did help a little bit, not that much. I was really working hard, hustling, grinding, door knocking, cold calling, but I was not getting the result that I wanted. And one day, again, on YouTube, I love YouTube. And I do have a YouTube channel. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons, because you can just find so many amazing things. I found Bob Proctor talking about a free live event that they were offering, and it was called Paradigm Shift. And I knew, kind of not personally, but from the movie The Secret,
Yeah.
I watched like over, I think almost, gosh, like 20 years ago now. And that movie was I think the first mainstream thing that came out that talked about the law of attraction. And Bob Proctor was one of the teachers in that documentary. And I really loved his energy. I really loved the way that he taught and his wisdom. So they were offering this free event called Paradigm Shift online, and I joined, and I was absolutely hooked. They talked about manifestation. They talked about the mind, which are my favorite subjects. They talk about how the results that we're getting is a direct reflection of our internal world and our subconscious. And until we change the subconscious, nothing external is going to change. And I'm like, okay, that's why I'm working so hard and nothing is changing. Something is blocked from within.
Yeah.
So I got into their coaching after the five free events, and I did the whole year coaching. But even before the end of the year, everything changed in my real estate business. I started getting more listings. That year, I became an award-winning agent in my office. My broker called me in her office one day, and she said, "What happened? You became this like listing machine. You have so many listings now. What's going on?" And I was so thrilled. And then I got into luxury real estate, really multi-million dollars homes, higher income, higher commission. But the moment I took that free event, it's just everything shifted in my mind. Not the result. The result, it took time. And I want for people to really understand that you have to give everything time. We are so impatient, me included. We want the things that we want yesterday.
Yeah.
Results didn't change in a few days, but my mindset shifted and my energy shifted, and I became so fascinated with this concept. I'm like, they have to teach this to not only real estate agents, all salespeople, all business owners, all entrepreneurs. No one is talking about that. Everybody is talking about sales and marketing and strategies, which is amazing and great, but it is like the foundation is missing, and the foundation was Bob's teachings. And the more I studied, the more I became fascinated, and the less I enjoyed real estate.
Mm.
And one day I woke up and real estate was not my passion anymore. It was just a vehicle, good money, but I was not passionate about it anymore. And I really thought I'm making a disservice to my real estate clients because I was not into it. So I decided to quit real estate, and I've done that many times in my life. When I decide to do something, I quit, I burn boats, and I move on, either in my professional life or my personal life. I don't recommend that necessarily because it can be nerve-wracking sometimes for some people. But I did that. I left my real estate business, I think 5-6 years ago, and I became a full-time coach, and that's what I do now. I teach Bob's programs, and I help entrepreneurs, business owners, self-employed. And yeah, there's no end to this journey. I'm still learning and growing, and I'm fascinated about manifestation, and I love that. Like, there's no end to personal development journey.
Yes, and I too I've been coaching for about 15 years and working full time. And I coach the people that I work for because I'm in technology. And guess what? People are afraid to touch buttons. They're afraid to do things. They freeze because they don't know how to do something. And with business owners, it's the same thing. They have these limiting beliefs that's like, if I do this, then this is going to happen. And so how do you help business owners identify those limiting beliefs and just be able to identify them saying, oh, I need to go to work on this?
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. So every result we're experiencing in our life, as I mentioned, is a direct reflection of our internal world, meaning our subconscious programming. Mm-hmm. And we do have obviously, we do have a lot of limiting beliefs, all of us, because we love our parents, but no parent is perfect. So they gave us their own limiting beliefs that they inherited from their parents, and so on and so forth, generations and generations ago. So that's the first thing. It's important to understand that every human being has limiting beliefs. Some people have more, some people have less. And we all have conflicting beliefs. So what you look, for example, in case of business owners that you're talking about, a lot of time on a conscious level, we do have a belief, like we know that I can improve my income. I can double my income. I can triple my income. I know that consciously. I know it is possible. Other people can do it. I can do it too. Why isn't it not happening? There is another underlying unlimited belief, which can be different for people. Some people might think, if I make more money, that means more trouble. That means more work. That means more stress. If I make more money, I'm not going to have enough time for my family. And some people think, if I make more money, then I have to pay more taxes than what is left for me. It's just all kind of limiting beliefs that are inside of us. How do we find out what are those limiting beliefs? Sometimes we can find that out on our own. It's just by taking time and really reflecting on our results. Results show the reality. What is your result? If you're not getting the result that you want, it is not because of the economy. It is not because of your industry. In the same economy, same industry, other people can doing different and making different results. So the result is always tells the truth. Look at the result. If it is not what you are happy with, know that there is something within you. And if you're doing, well, the best way to understand your limiting beliefs, because we all have blind spots, is obviously to hire a coach. You're a coach yourself, and you can appreciate that. We all do have limiting beliefs. I have a mentor.
Have a coach. Yeah.
You have a coach. I have a coach. My mentor has a coach. Bob Proctor had many different coaches.
Yeah.
Because we don't see our blind spots. So the best way to realize, the best and fastest way to realize what are my limiting beliefs is obviously to hire a coach. The next way, the second way, if you're not in a position to hire a coach, is to a lot of self-reflection. A lot of self-reflection, really staying in solitude and studying yourself. What am I thinking? Why am I doing why am I doing the things that I'm doing? and really think back about your childhood. What were the messages that you were getting in your household? Like, I remember for me back home at that time when I was growing up, it was a lot of money scarcity, a lot of money scarcity. We were going through war, Iran and Iraq, and we were living off coupons. And my family, we were middle class family, doing pretty well, but it was a lot of limitation about, like, I remember leaving the lights on in my bedroom was a big deal for my dad, really, because of
Or
the
running the
money, but
water.
or running the water.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And if you think about it, these things at the end of the day don't make or break you, but it comes from scarcity. So a lot of self-reflection, a lot of journaling, thinking on your own, really being honest with yourself. One of the programs that Bob has, he talks about how we are good at lying to ourselves.
Mm.
Take accountability and really be honest with yourself. Don't blame economy, don't blame outside forces, because then you're just giving power to something outside of you. Take your power back. Think, really think. That's what Bob always said. He said, really think. And he said, people don't think. Mental
No.
activity doesn't constitute thinking. Thinking means really be honest with yourself and think about your beliefs. Think about how you are living your life and what are your limitations. I'm sure if you spend enough time, you'll find out what are those limiting beliefs.
Yeah, one of my former business partners would he would unplug every quarter or so. He'd call it Solitude Saturday. He said, "I'm going dark. I'm going dark," and that's what he would do. He would self-reflect, and he would come up with some amazing ideas, and just peace with and uncover some of his own faults and what he wanted, write down goals and things like that he wanted to do. But he unplugged his phone. And
Mhm.
he scheduled that time, and he let people know that I'm not gonna be able to be reached, which I think is a really good exercise for doing that self-reflection. My father used to always tell me that I should examine my conscience, which is another way of self-reflection. And I never got it until years, until I'm an adult and wanting to take my life to the next level. So I think that's a good thing to do.
I love that.
Yeah. So speaking of techniques, what are some of the top techniques that entrepreneurs can use to clarify the business goals? Because clarity uh, drives action. Because once you've got clarity, you can take action. A lot of times we just want to take action. Like, oh, I'm doing something, I'm moving, but I'm not getting anywhere.
Just
Well,
being busy.
yeah. Well, where are you going? Well, anywhere will do if you don't know where you're going. So, so what are some of those top manifestation techniques that entrepreneurs can use to get clarity for their business goals and stay focused?
Such a great question. I love that, Paul. And so I want to say something about manifestation first, because I had this
Okay.
text between me and my friend today, actually, and she was talking about manifestation. And for some reason, she thought manifestation is anything and everything except taking the action. It's just you sit, you close your eyes, and you meditate, and you say Om, and you create a beautiful vision board, put it on your wall, and just things are going to fall on your lap. It is not the case. Absolutely not. We have to take actions, and I take action every day, but I don't hustle or grind anymore. I take aligned actions.
Mhm.
I take actions that are I'm joyful with what I do every day. I don't feel tired. I don't feel like I'm working hard. I'm doing the things that I enjoy. But you have to absolutely take action, even in manifestation. And the point that you mentioned is such a key to have clarity and have goal. Bob said in his seminars, he always, one question he asked many, many times, every few minutes, he said this sentence: What is it that you really want? What is it that you really want? And he would say, you would be surprised. To your point, so many people don't know where they're going. They don't know what they really want. They are setting goals. Sometimes they're setting goals because that's what their parents expect them. That's what their children expect them. That's what their partner or society expect them. That's something that they thought they wanted like maybe 20 years ago. That's not what they want right now. And it's a big issue. A lot of people don't know what they really want. And we have our phones with us all the time. Look at social media. And then we think just because people live in a certain way and have certain material stuff, that's what we want too. So the very first step is to become really clear about what is it that you want. And that's, I have clients that's the one of the things that I help them to realize, because believe it or not, some people don't know. They say, I don't know what I want, because we live up to so many other people's expectations for so many years that we don't even know ourselves. And that's really sad. So first thing first, you need to realize what is it that you really want in your heart that makes you excited, regardless of if you have the experience or not, if you know how to get there or not, if you have the credentials or not, doesn't matter. So forget about the how. The how is the second step. The first step is to realizing what is it that you really want. Because I tell you what, in entrepreneurship, I'm sure you experienced that as well. There are so many setbacks, so many failures, quote unquote, so many struggles that if you're not really passionate and driven about the thing that you're doing, you're going to quit. You're not going to have enough energy to keep going every day. So you have to go after what you absolutely love, even if it is scary, even if you don't know how to get there. And that's actually how you know you're going after the right goal. The right goal is the goal that you don't know how to achieve. Because the point of getting a goal is not the goal. It is who you become in that journey.
Yeah.
It is you change, you grow, and then automatically you have your goal. And that's what some people call manifestation. You manifest it because you change, you grow, you expand in that journey. So if you don't know how to get there, and if your goal is scary, it's actually congratulations. That's the goal you have to go after. And that's going to be so fulfilling and so amazing. So first of all, know what you want. Make a clear definition of what you want and put it on a piece of paper. Don't hold it on your head. And one of the other manifestation techniques is that we do not want to use the future tense. We don't want to say, I will achieve that, or I am going to, or I will have this or that goal, because then it is always going to be in the future. You want to write it down. Writing things down is very powerful. It is scientifically proven that it is the neural pathways that your mind creates when you put a pen on paper is, I don't know exactly, 10 times or 15 times more than if you type things. So really put a pen on paper, write down your goal in a present tense. Say, always start with, I am so happy and grateful now that. So that's the formula that I learned from my mentor and I teach my clients. You say, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then your goal. Now that I'm doing this, now that I have this many clients every month, now that I am so fulfilled in this business, and now that I'm earning this amount of money every month. And don't be shy to decide about the amount of money you want to earn. We have, again, so many limiting beliefs about money. Make a decision how much you want to earn. If you don't know how much you want to earn, your income is going to be random. 1 year is going to be up, 1 year is going to be down. And so make a clear decision, write down what you want in a present tense, and really the point is to connect with your goal from your heart. So when you're writing it down, which I suggest my clients to write it down many times a day, especially first thing in the morning and last thing before you fall asleep, because your mind is on theta wavelength and it's more receptive. When you're writing it down, really connect with your goal. And even if you need to close your eyes for 2 minutes after you write it down, feel it in your heart. Think about how you would feel if you have already achieved your goal.
Right.
You can do that. We can go in our imagination. And you asked about techniques. There's so many techniques, but I don't want to overwhelm everyone. Another thing is imagination. We use our imagination most of the time, majority of people, in a negative way. We think about all the things that can go wrong. And I don't know why is that. We think if I think about worst case scenario, somehow I can prevent that. No, you are manifesting more of that.
Exactly.
But you can change that. You can totally take control and use your imagination and become like a child. Like children daydream all the time, and that's a skill. That's a God-given tool we have. Why? I'm always fascinated about this. Why do you think we can close our eyes and imagine ourselves, go to the future, imagine it's the end of 2025 and I live in the best place possible and I'm traveling and I see myself in this area? Why do you think we have this ability? Do you think a dog or a cat or a squirrel have this ability? No.
No,
They don't. They cannot imagine themselves other than what they are. They live based on instinct. So these are the tools that we have. It's so precious, and no one has taught us how to use these tools. There are many different tools. Bob calls the tools higher mental faculties. One of them is imagination. So you can absolutely use your imagination, connect to your goal, go to the future, feel, see, imagine as if it is happening right now. And your subconscious believes it is happening right now because your subconscious doesn't have time, doesn't have past or future. The subconscious mind is the universal mind. It is the consciousness. It is connected to universe, connected to infinite intelligence, the creator, whatever you want to call it. It's so much power in your subconscious. And there is no time. Time is illusion. Time is just for our mind in order for us to be able to function on this time-space reality on this planet Earth. The truth is, there is no past or future. Everything is an infinite present moment. Because when you go to the future, that's a present moment again. And so you can use your subconscious, imagine your goal, connect with your goal as if it is happening right now. And then that's how you program your mind. That's how you connect with your goal.
Right. And that leads me to visualization, which is another way of using your imagination. Isn't that right? Sorry, I
Yes.
asked you a question while you're drinking.
No, it's good.
Do you have some tips on how you would go about practicing visualization? I know that there are many different ways, but that could help you connect with your clarity, with your goals, and see the future. And I know a lot of times we say, oh well, we can't do it that way because of this. You know, we need to be free when we're visualizing, when we're dreaming, when we're imagining, so that we don't limit ourselves with those limiting beliefs. Right.
Right. Absolutely. So the first thing is that visualization has to become a daily practice. If you really want to change your life, if you really are sick and tired of being sick and tired and living the same kind of life year after year, you need to change things dramatically in the way you function and your daily routines. You cannot have the same daily routines and expect your results to change. one of the things we need to incorporate in our daily routines is visualization. And people know that, but they don't do that, including myself when I first started. I heard about that. It made sense to me. For whatever reason, there is so much resistance in doing that. We think there is so much power in taking the physical action, doing, sending the email, creating the post, do this, do that. For some reason, we feel like, well, I'll do it tomorrow. The visualization, okay, I'll do it next week. I do it next month. And we put it off. But there is so much power in that. There is so much power in that. We have to make it a daily routine. Again, first thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up, even before leaving your bed, just sit on your bed. Don't lay down because you're going to fall asleep again. And also the last thing when you're falling asleep at night. So a few things that can help with visualization is that your body needs to be completely relaxed. You need to be, and that's why early in the morning and late at night is going to help, because you're usually relaxed. Music helps. If you like music with no lyrics, like high frequency, you can search on YouTube, but hopefully without ads. Or there's so many amazing apps that have meditation kind of musics, like really calming, relaxing music that calm your mind. And what I love to do is to, first of all, think about a win, a success in my past. It can be a long time ago. It can be recently. Something that I really feel good about, makes me proud of myself, something that I did successfully, a win, anything. First, close your eyes and imagine that, because it's easier for us to imagine an event that has already happened. We can go to the past, and because some people say I have a hard time visualizing, so that's what I suggest to do. Go to the past event, because that's easier. Close your eyes, remember what happened, an amazing event, small or big, doesn't matter. Something that makes you feel good and proud about yourself, proud of yourself. Think about that, visualize that. And as soon as you feel that, so it literally shifts your body. It brings a smile on your face. If it doesn't, it means you're not doing it right yet. It has to really bring a smile, at least a smile, if not a laughter on your face. Then you know that you have changed your body chemistry and your vibration. Then that's a great point at that time to forget about that memory and then think about your future kind of the same way as you were thinking about your past. Like, think about the future not like it is going to be in the past. Again, we want to think about it as if it's already happened. So think about like as if it has already happened and it's a memory in your mind. And the key is visualize the end result, because you don't know the how. We mess things up when we're trying to visualize exactly how it's going to lay out step by step. That's wrong. You don't want that. You want the end result. And sometimes even the end result might not be fully clear. Like I have a client, I do work with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, but I have another client. She's working on manifesting her partner, and she doesn't know how exactly he looks like. So you don't need to see that person. You can see your hands, holding hands with the other person. So don't go too much into details. Again, the whole point of visualization is changing your vibration and feeling. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, watching this podcast, think about how many clients you have, how successful you are. Visualize your bank account if you know exactly how much you want to earn, and connect with that version of you who is successful, who is happy. Visualize yourself celebrating your success. Visualize it's the end of 2025. You're taking your family and your friends out for a beautiful dinner. you're celebrating, everybody's saying congratulations to you. There is so much we can do, but again, I don't want to overwhelm people. The key is the feeling. So connect to your goal, visualize it. No, don't go too much into details, and try to feel those feelings of excitement, happiness, fulfillment, celebration. Celebration is a powerful feeling. People congratulating you, hugging you, saying that's amazing, you've done so great this year. All kind of these things. Yeah, and the more you practice, the better you become.
Yeah, I love the and I learned that from Wallace Waddles way back when, the feeling how it feels. And I like your tip on going back to a previous success. And there are so many. Just look back on your life and how many successes that you've had along the way. And the things that you've overcome. You have so much confidence now because you've overcome these things. And having that feeling, and you know how it feels. You don't have to invent how it feels. You know how it feels. So that's a great tip.
Yeah, that's something I came up with.
Is it?
And I love that. Yes, because I had a
Well,
hard
yeah.
time connecting to the feeling of success. And I love what you just said. We have so many things that we overcame in our life, but a lot of people don't see that or forget that, and they are just so caught up with the problems. Take some time to go back and celebrate your wins. Just so much you have accomplished so far in your life. And yeah, when you connect with that feeling, it's easier to connect with the feeling of winning in the future.
Yeah. And I think before we started recording, I wrote down uh, another author who was part of that, The Secret, Rhonda Byrne. And she has a book called The Secret, but she has a book called, I think, The Magic, and it's all about
Mhm.
gratitude. And so, can you talk about how gratitude fits in with manifestation?
Oh, that's such a beautiful tool to use. And yeah, Rhonda Byrne was the author of The Secret, and
Yeah.
she's such an amazing woman. And she talked about the secret and the law of attraction and gratitude. And for people who are new to these concepts, I recommend them to get the book or just watch the documentary, The Secret.
Yeah.
But obviously, there is so much more to manifestation. It is not just the movie, but it's a good start. Gratitude is everything. I start my mornings with gratitude. I open my eyes and I say gratitudes. And it's not, I haven't been like this before. I developed this habit. So these are the habits that we want to incorporate in our life. And like everything else that at some point you made it a habit, like brushing your teeth, this can become your habit too. And it's such an easy thing to instantly shift your mindset and vibration. There is always so much to be grateful for. If you're breathing and you're alive, you should be grateful.
Yeah.
There is one in how many billion chance that you're born, like scientifically?
Yeah.
Billions. I think one in billions chance that you or any one of us are born as and have this opportunity to live on this planet Earth. And that alone, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this experience, for being alive in this physical body as a soul, because I believe that our essence is soul is source energy, living in a physical body,
Hmm.
experiencing this life. How amazing is that? And now think about, like, if you want to go into gratitude, like there is endless things to be grateful for. I am grateful for technology every day. I'm grateful to be able to talk to you live on Zoom. You're from another country, another city, and from another country, another city, and there are people who are gonna watch this, hopefully from all around the world.
Yeah.
Like, how amazing is that? Like in this day and age, if someone tells me I don't know how to succeed in life, And they talk about limitations. I mean, there is no limitation. The limitation is only in our head. There is no limitation. I mean, we have all the tools, we have the technology, we have social media. You can create anything you want. You can create a page from scratch and do whatever you want to do, serve people. And so gratitude is really important. To me, is very important. Bob always suggested to write things down. Again, he was big in writing. Sometimes I write things, sometimes I say things out loud, sometimes I just say it in my mind, and I just get on a loop. As soon as I start, I'm so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for my sister. I'm so grateful for my business. I'm so grateful for my clients. Even if you have one client, be grateful that you're getting a chance to serve someone. Even if you get, I don't know, whatever it is, multiply that in your head. Become really, really grateful for the things that you have, because when you do that, you're going to get more things to be grateful for. So when we are being grateful, however, whatever vibration, and by vibration, I mean emotion. Emotion is the same as vibration. Emotion is the conscious awareness of our vibration. So whatever emotion you are feeling, if you're feeling sad, down, depressed, scared, fearful, you are going to attract more event, circumstances, people, situations that are going to give you more of those feelings. But and then the opposite of that is gratitude. The more grateful you become, be grateful for, doesn't matter, small or big. The more grateful you become, the more you're putting yourself on that vibration. So you're going to attract more of the situation, things, circumstances in your business, in your personal life, that you're going to be more grateful for. And do that every day. Do that all the time. How much time does it take? Few seconds.
You know, and the other thing about gratitude that I've learned is that giving thanks in all things, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing. I mean, 15, 18, 19, 20 years ago, I lost a dream job, you know, that I thought, you know, I was going to retire from. You know, I thought that was going to be it. And it was devastating. It took me a long time to get over that. And I realized that I would not be doing what I'm doing now, and had met the people, and I got a different job, and I have so much more freedom. And I learned a lot from that experience, not just losing it, but all the things that I built and the successes I had in that. So I'm grateful that they cut me loose, because it gave me more freedom. Sometimes it takes a long time to figure that out, but being grateful for the flat tire that you had might have prevented you from getting in an accident down the road. You know, there's just, it's like you
I
said,
love that.
it's endless. It is endless.
I love that. And you know, Paul, I've heard that from so many people that I was I was laid down from my work, and I was feeling really down, and then I found my passion, and then I followed that, and it's the best thing that happened to me. I've heard that from so many people, including yourself, and that's such a great point that you brought up, and I want to talk about that a little bit. Sometimes who says what is negative and what is positive?
Yeah.
Who decides? The things that we think are not so good, your experience was the best thing that happened to you. You have more freedom, you're enjoying your life, you met so many other people. We don't know. Our mind and our logic is very limited. Our soul, I talk about soul and spirituality. I don't know how spiritual your community is, but there is another level of consciousness that knows what is good for you, why you came on this planet, what journey you need to be on in order to become a better version of yourself and grow and expand and enjoy life better. And sometimes you need to go through those bad experiences in order for you to enjoy life on an even higher and better level. Nothing is
Yeah.
good or bad. It is our perception that makes things good or bad. Perception is one of the things that I teach and I love, because in every situation, you can change your perception. It's looking at glass half full or half empty.
Yeah.
You can always do that. And there's just another beautiful example I sometimes give when I talk to my clients is the few years ago, there was a fire hazard in something like California, but not as devastating as this one. And people lost their homes. And it was a reporter who talked to people, the neighbors in the same neighborhood, experiencing the same event, losing their home. And the reporter, she interviewed a family. They were devastated. They were crying. They said, we don't know what to do. We lost everything, all our memories, our home. We lived in that home for so many years. We lost everything. We're absolutely devastated. And she talks to another neighbor, same day, same experience. They're holding each other's hand and they're saying, we lost our home, but we are so grateful we have each other. We are healthy. We are alive. We are here. So that's the change of perspective. And if someone, whoever watching this, is going through hard times, know that there is something positive in that hardship. I promise you, if you change your perspective, if you challenge yourself to get out of victim mentality and take your power back and ask yourself, what is here for me to learn? What is here for me to learn? How can I learn from this experience? And what are the opportunities that might come after this experience that I might not be aware of? But be open, be open. Don't get hung up on the way that you think your life should go. Because usually the things that we don't want end up being actually good experiences. That's what I experienced in my life.
Yeah. Napoleon Hill, I think, said something like, with every adversity, there is an equal and opposite opportunity. And we just have to
Yes,
recognize that and seize it. And yeah, it's like we're being pruned like a bush. It helps us grow. So, so,
absolutely.
so we're almost out of time here. So as we wrap up with your final words, what are some things that are three things that our listeners can do to start manifesting business success today? We covered a lot of them. What are the top three that you recommend that would be useful for them?
So the very, very first thing, think about what is it that you really want. That's the main thing. You have to have a destination. Our mind is a goal-seeking mechanism. It goes after the goals that we give it. It's in Psycho-Cybernetic. It's an amazing book about self-image and self-identity. By the way, that's another huge topic when it comes to manifestation, self-image and self-identity, that maybe we can talk about that another day.
Yeah.
But you need to have a goal. You need to have a clear destination. And you don't need to know how to get there. Actually, if you know how to get there, that's not a worthy goal. That's not
Yeah.
worthy of you and your life and your time. Go after what your heart wants, and you have no clue how to get there. You will find a way. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have to have a really powerful morning routine. Your morning dictates how you live the rest of the day, and how you live your days dictates how you live your life. Have a strong, powerful morning routine. I have a 3 hours morning routine. You can
Mhm.
do whatever it makes sense for you. Like I wake up 5:30 in the morning. I have 1 hour of all my manifestation, gratitude, visualization, journaling, and then 1 hour I study every day. I study either Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, Psycho-Cybernetics, something that stimulates my mind. And then I go to the gym for 1 hour. And my phone, I put my phone on airplane mode not late evening. And then at least 1 hour after I wake up, I wait till I turn on my phone. So really become disciplined about your mornings. If you don't have that much time, give yourself 10 minutes, give yourself 15 minutes, and do some practices that are going to set you for the rest of your day, including what we talked about, gratitude. Gratitude. Start with gratitude. Start thinking about your goal early in the morning. Connect to your goal. Visualize it for 2 minutes. These things shouldn't take that long. And so see what else you can do in your morning that really puts you on a higher vibration, because then you're going to be unstoppable for the rest of your day, believe me. And then the third thing for manifestation, what can I give you? I want you to really know that the reason why you have a desire and you have a goal, it's not random. It is not by accident that you want something. We all have different wants. Like, sure, we all want more money, more freedom, like general things like that. But I want to live in a certain way. You want to live in a certain way. Someone wants to different things. There's some people would love to go to space, and that's not me. Like, someone wants to become a surgeon or a doctor. That's not me. The reason why you have a want and a desire is not random and is not by accident. That desire is already yours. The reason why you feel like you want something, that's what I learned in my journey. It is because the fulfillment of that thing is actually energetically calling you. And it's yours. It is done. Creation is already done. Neville Goddard says in his book, creation is already done. Everything that is created, will be created, is already energetically done. It just takes your consciousness to tap into that. I love to give the example of Wright brothers. They invented the airplanes. The knowledge and all the materials that they used to create that, to invent that, has always been here on this planet Earth. Someone else could do that many years before them, or someone else could do that many years after them. Your goal is already here energetically, vibrationally, and I want you to really believe in that. Don't question yourself, and know and believe your goal is already here. And just do the things you have to do one day. Live one day at a time. Don't worry about when. Don't worry about how. Live your best that you can today. And tomorrow, do the same thing. And the day after, do the same thing. And I wanted to talk about the thing and doing the things because I want to bring that up. That manifestation is not just about visualizing. It's about taking actions, but not taking hectic, busy actions. Taking actions, intentional actions, with full confidence that this action is either going to work or I'm going to learn something from it and do it better next time.
Right. Well, there you go. There you have it. There's some fabulous tips to get started. We also talked about you've got a live event coming up and a free workbook. Can you talk about that real quick and let us know how to get
these
there?
Live events, I do these only a few times a year, and the one that I'm doing this time, it's from February 10 to 14 at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Only 1 hour a day, but packed with value. I really teach and go in depth into everything we talked about and more, like self-image, self-identity, how to change that, how to manifest your goals. I teach for 5 days, and that's absolutely free. And this one is called Manifest Business Success. It is specifically for business owners, self-employed, solopreneur, entrepreneur, anyone who has a business or wants to start a business. They can join and learn a lot. Things change even within that 1 week. I always hear someone messaging me that I manifested money, I manifested new clients, even within that free 5 days. I should send you the link, I guess, to my event. So I can send it to you. You can add it to your show notes, or if people want to reach out to me, Helia Oghani. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. You can connect with me and ask me about the link, but I can send it to you as well to add it wherever you are posting this.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll post it on the website, and you can find that in the show notes.
Yeah, and I do also have a free workbook, wealth manifesting workbook, that I can send you the link for that as well, where
Okay.
people can get and work on that on their own.
Awesome. Well, it's been such a pleasure having you on today. As we sign off, remember faith and action go hand in hand. So keep the pedal to the metal. Until next time on the Lead Machine Growth Show, I'm Paul Guyon and Helia Oghani. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Paul. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to the Lead Machine Growth Show with Paul Guyon, where we show you how to tackle your tech, master your message, and design your dream so that you can transform your vision into reality. Remember to visit our website at www.leadmachinegrowthshow.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Lead Machine Growth Show.